So for today's episode, we have the honor of welcoming Enda Murphy, Chief Business Officer at Ardmac and Degard, with responsibility for the growth of our offering in the clean and smart sections. Enda has almost 30 years of experience delivering highly complex projects, which hopefully we'll get into today. Enda combines his accredited engineering background with a strategic vision that helps to provide new and existing clients across the pharmaceutical, microelectronic, EV battery, medical devices, and data center sectors. Moreover, following Purever's recent acquisition of Ardmac, Enda is responsible for mapping out and delivering on our business strategy, integrating the capabilities and synergies of the group to deliver even more comprehensive now smart industry solutions. So it's a real pleasure to have this podcast with you, Enda, today, and have a chance to talk about you with a broader audience. So welcome, Enda.
Yeah, thank you, and thanks for having me on. Thank you, Bill, and thank you, Jose Luis. Looking forward to the conversation.
Yeah, likewise. We've really looked forward to this for a long time. You've had an amazing track record. Over a 30-year career, you've seen many technologies that change the way businesses operate and scale up. Which one do you believe had the most strategic impact? And what's your perspective on how AI is going to shape the future going forward and change competitiveness in our sector?
Yeah, well, I think there's been a lot of change in that time over that 30-year period that I've been involved in construction projects. The most obvious change in that period of time would have been the digital enablement of our services and the digital enhancement of the processes that we've been involved in. If you reflect back, I suppose when I started off, we would have been receiving drawings in paper copy. We now have digital platforms there which store all that information. It's accessible in real time for our site teams on whatever devices they're using, whether it's on their tablets, on their smartphones, on their laptops. So that's a huge development. If you look at the use of BIM, and you reflect back to even before COVID, we would have had resources positioned in the engineering firms' offices, for instance. But since COVID, an awful lot of that activity has happened, remotely, with people there working in different locations, in different time zones, working in the federated model and being able to deliver the construction information and complete the designs in quicker periods than previously before. So that's a huge development as well. And then in terms of what's happening on site, the whole onboarding process for large teams is hugely helped by the digital platforms that we have access today. So I think the whole digital journey that we've been on for the last 30 years has been the biggest change in how we can deliver projects efficiently, on time, and from a safety and quality point of view as well. And then if you look forward, if you look to where we are at the moment and the whole onset of AI and the I suppose the platforms and the considerations that we can think about now from an AI point of view, we have carried out an AI Pathfinder study to see where we can use AI tools to enable our business. We're seeing opportunities there to, the pre-contract stage to allow us to do material takeoffs quicker, to estimate projects quicker, because of the AI tools that are available. You look at the use of automated drones to be able to track progress on site. So it's very, very hard to even know what's going to happen in the next couple of years, but it's going at such a speed now that we just need to try and keep up with it and select what we believe is the most appropriate use of AI products there to help us.
All right. Well, first of all, it's a pleasure to having you here on this podcast. I would like to ask you, as the Chief Business Officer of Ardmac and Degard, how you see the strategic evolution of the business, from delivering high-quality operational facilities to creating long-term value for clients and shareholders.
Yeah, well, I think, in terms of the strategic evolution of the business, from our point of view, since the acquisition took place, prior to that, we would have had our unique selling point was our design capability and our build capability, delivering at scale for repeat clients. We followed a lot of those clients into, originally from Ireland into the UK and elsewhere in Europe, based on delivering well close to home. Since the acquisition, we have that in-house manufacturing capability. So we're offering a design, manufacture and build offering to clients. We've got access to 8 manufacturing facilities globally throughout Europe and also in the US. So we've got an existing footprint through the acquisition in new jurisdictions where we can leverage the supply chain in those locations and colleagues that have experience locally in new jurisdictions that we haven't been in before. So I think we can provide global solutions for our clients. I think we can look into new sectors and offer our services, for clients that need controlled environments and clean rooms and offsite manufacturing solutions. We have that capability now to deliver that at a larger scale than we had in the past. So from a strategic point of view, that is what we're looking at, to see how we can grow in our existing sectors and how we can also penetrate new sectors as well and add value for clients in those sectors in the same way we've been doing for the last 40 years in the advanced technology sectors that we've been in.
Just mentioned a number of opportunities where strategically we're starting to open new doors. I think that the most important strategic move that Purever has made recently, at least, is the acquisition of Ardmac. It clearly unlocks a lot of new opportunities across the advanced technologies and life sciences sectors. How are you working to align both companies' strengths to develop a shared vision and really accelerate market expansion in these exciting new areas?
Yeah, well, I think we would have had experience of working with a lot of the colleagues in Purever over the years, based on the Dagard products that we will be installing predominantly in the life sciences sector. So we knew each other's strengths prior to the acquisition. So it was a very, very much a match made in heaven when the acquisition happened, because we understand what the capabilities of the Dagard team is. They understand our capabilities. So we were starting off with relationships that are already fairly well developed. But now I think, as I said earlier on, as an organization that can provide that design, that manufacture, that build, service, all within the one organization, I think that's where we can add value for clients. I think, we look at now the fact that we have 1,400 employees, we've got 42 nationalities, we've got 21 offices globally. So we've got a diverse workforce, we're well spread globally. We can access people in locations there that we haven't been in before, and people that understand the cultures in new locations. So I think all of that helps us to be able to think at a global level and to be able to offer solutions to clients there that maybe we weren't in a position to offer in the past.
Mm-hmm. And looking ahead a little bit, like looking at the ball, is try to guess with the emerging trends right now, which seems to be AI and digitalization, or looking at the trends and looking at the sectors as well. What do you believe will be most influential in the future business strategy, and how Ardmac is preparing for them, if it is possible to prepare for the unknown future?
Yeah, well, I think where we add value over the years is in the delivery of controlled environments. So we would see ourselves as a specialist contractor, delivering clean rooms, delivering controlled environments in the data center sector, in the microelectronics sector. In recent years, we've been delivering our services now on EV battery facilities. So it's specialized facilities that are large in scale, that are complex in construction. So looking to new sectors and where we see activity in the years to come, we have to consider, where we can add value for clients. So in the construction of sterile environments and GMP environments, so you look at the likes of aerospace, you look at defense, you look at nuclear, there is a requirement there because of the speed of construction and the scale of construction for offering modular solutions, OSM. The there's a requirement for laboratories there in a lot of these facilities to test products. There's electronics that are being assembled. So we feel that we can certainly add value in those sectors as well, and that's something we're exploring at the moment as well, to see where we fit in there and where we can continue to grow into those new sectors, new territories.
Your previous answer, I think you mentioned a pretty astounding figure, which is 42 nationalities, and every day Ardmac is expanding into new geographies. How do you maintain a consistent strategic direction while at the same time adapting to these different business cultures and market expectations?
So I suppose the fact that we have such a diverse workforce across the Purever group, as I mentioned, the 42 nationalities, we have, an understanding of what is important to consider when we're in the different jurisdictions. But I think the one thing that we need to maintain is that we always have sight of our guiding principles. So no matter where we go and what we do, our guiding principles of safety first, respect always, for our employees and for our clients, operational excellence, and then with the customer at the center of that, making sure that we deliver on their behalf. I think if we have those guiding principles to the forefront of our mind, no matter where we go and who we're working for, I think we're set up for success.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. If you could define one boldest strategic objective, obviously that can be mentioned here publicly for Ardmac within the Purever group, for the next, let's say, 5 years, what would it be? What kind or what key levers would you activate to achieve it?
It's all about delivering on behalf of the customers, delivering well. That's how we've succeeded to date. It's based on delivering well for clients and close to home, and then following them into new jurisdictions. That's how we've grown over the years. So we need to maintain that strategy, but also in terms of our growth, we need to penetrate new sectors as well and new geographies. So it's in the offering of global solutions to clients because of our global footprint now from a manufacturing point of view, and then entering new jurisdictions. So I suppose over the next 3 to 5 years, we'll be hoping to continue our growth in our existing sectors and to access the new emerging sectors that have a requirement for our services as well. So that's what our focus is at the moment.
All right.
Fantastic, Enda. Thank you so much. Today we've had Enda Murphy, our Chief Business Officer at Ardmac and Degard, with us today. It's a privilege to have you on our humble podcast and to work with you on a day-to-day basis.
Great, thanks guys. Great talking, and hopefully I'll see you all soon.
Definitely. Thank you very much.